Alrighty folks, here is TIS-100 level 19. This one, histogram viewer. Bit of a fun one here. You're given a bunch of numbers that you've got to send through the machine, and it's got to draw this little graph, which is kind of fun. So if the number is 8, you want to shade in 8 boxes up. Number 10, you want to shade in 10 boxes up, and so on until you get this nice chart. So let me step you through the logic behind this puzzle here. Alright, so I'll just step you through what's happening. Alright, number 8 comes through, Okay, we store it. And now what you need to know is this box has 30 x values and I think 18 y values. So it goes from 0, 0 to 0, 17 to 30, 17 to 30 to 0, 30. Yeah, so that's kind of where the corners are. And so to color it in, you need the x and y coordinates first. We know it starts on 0, so by default, I've sent through a 0. This cell tells you the x value that's coming through, so we want to start on 0. Yeah, so now I've taken the input, I've made it negative, and I've done 18 minus that number. So 18 minus 8 is 10. It's going to start 10 pixels down. Start on this box. Yeah, so 10 pixels down, and my task is to shade it downwards. So 10, sorry, if I'm using XY coordinates, 0, 10, shade it in, 0, 11, shade it in, 0, 12, 0, 13, 0, 14, and so on until it finishes this row. Then we go to the next row, and so on. Here we go. I've found the actual coordinate as well as the saved value for the counter. So we're starting on shading box 10 now. Okay, so we move the color onto the palette, and then we go back to the counter, subtract 1 from it, and then we loop the process. So now you can see I'm going to color in 11, row 11 down now, then 12, and so on. So that's how this works. Each time the count is 1's added to the count, so when it gets to 0, we know to hop to the next line. Yeah, so I'll just speed you through the first line. Okay, here we go. Now, towards the end, when it hits 0, here's what happens. We shade in the last value. We may not even need to do this. Maybe it's redundant. I might make it a bit more efficient a bit later, but have a look at this. So, we're going to check if it's a 0. Now, we have shaded to the end, so it's a 0. It is 0. We're going to go over here. We're going to send a signal 1 over to here. What that does is, when we send a 1 here, it adds 1 to the accumulator. So when we then pull a left value, we're going to start from row 1 after that. You can see 1's going to keep getting chucked out for the next value which comes through. So now we're going to start painting from the first x value instead of from 0. Anyway, so this loop happens. I'm sure there's a way of refining it, but it does the job. And there it is. Alright, so you can see a few instruction counts. It's kind of alright. I think I can do better with doing 4 nodes, and I can definitely do a lot better with cycles. It was inefficient, but we got the job done. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time. See ya. Bye.